Welcome back to Last Call. We had a little mishap last week. I fell asleep before and didn't wake up till the morning and didn't realize that, or just realized, oh my god, the show, and so that sucked. Everything's good though. Everything was all right. I just was feeling a little under the weather and laid down and ended up knocking out. So, yeah, that happened. How's your week been? How was your? You don't do. You're in Canada, so you already did
Yeah,
Thanksgiving a
we
few
already
weeks
did
back, right?
Thanksgiving, man. I had
Yeah.
Thursday, and three football games on a Thursday is never a bad thing.
Yeah, that's cool. Like just a normal day with three football games in the middle of the
Yep,
day is cool,
yep. Let's
right?
go.
Yeah, and the boys here they played very awesome. That was fun to watch. It was a great Thanksgiving gift for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, those were some good games. Yeah, why not? Let's go through that slate. The Packers and Lions, crazy game. One
hmm
I expected the Lions to win. Did you? I'm assuming you watched it. What did you think? What did you take away from that game?
Man, yeah, I thought Detroit they were going to kind of bounce back from their first meeting this year, and are the Green Bay Packers Jameer Gibbs kryptonite? Like they held him
Uh,
again to it was 68 yards on the ground. Like he just kind of seemed like a non-factor for the Lions.
yeah, yeah. He was superhuman. 4 days before that, and then all of a sudden he was normal again. I think it is. There's some. I mean, the Packers have a good run D, but yeah, I think they especially are like really hard on Jameer Gibbs.
Yeah, whatever they planned for it the week leading up, like they got it on lock. Amon-Ra St. Brown, ankle injury. Jameson Williams took advantage, had a big day, 144 yards and a
Mhm,
touchdown.
mhm. Yeah, I think he was. I think he was due to come back because he did nothing the game before. So I feel like Campbell calling the plays. He wanted him involved more. Um, but yeah, I mean, it was just a good, gritty division rivalry match. It's one we see a lot. The Packers and Lions tend to play each other pretty often on Thanksgiving. It's like the Packers have like the third most wins on Thanksgiving, and then there's the Detroit has the most. Didn't know that, and then it's Dallas, of course. Um, so yeah, they play a lot. But yeah, good game. Jordan Love played out of his mind. Um, that was good to see. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, outside of that,
four
not much.
touchdowns for him.
Yeah,
Dontavian Wicks does indeed have hands. You know, that
Dontavian Wicks. Yeah.
that seemed like a player that was getting tons of hype for last
Mhm.
season, this off season, and his one big issue was drops. Well, he certainly solved that. 6 receptions, 94 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that was great, and Christian Watson too. Christian Watson looks like he's back. He's had a few good
Yep.
weeks. It seems like Wicks, Dobbs, those guys kind of pass back and forth, like what games, like different good games. But it looks like Watson's becoming Love's
Mm-hmm.
main guy,
Yep.
and that we love to see. And of course, we also love to see the Frick Master, Joe Frick. What's up,
What's
you
up, Joe?
hooligans? Yeah, what's going on, Joe? Joe. I just hopped into their show Friday night and chatted for a few minutes. That was fun.
I saw that he was drinking out of a giant ornament.
Yeah,
I
the
forget
big
what that
buzz ball,
was, but I
the
heard the
buzz ball.
story. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was
I
cool.
had a little snoozy off the first half of it and
Yeah,
rebounded for the show.
yeah, yeah. That was great. I was enjoying the drinking out of an ornament. That was funny. Um, yeah, it was good. Dane, please
No,
take Tristan Jerry.
if you take Darnell Nurse full freight, we'll make that work.
Oh man. Yeah, so how was your Thanksgiving, Joe? I don't think I get to really ask that in the show. Yeah, and mine, if anyone cares, was good. It was good. Ate a lot of food. It was very calm and relaxed. Other than a few moments of the cooking, but it was good. No. He says no. Yeah. Um, and then, of course, I already sort of mentioned Chiefs and Cowboys. They played, and the boys played an awesome game. It was really like a battle of the quarterbacks. I'd
Mhm.
say stat wise, it's tough. Like, apparently, I didn't even look into this. Someone did it for me. Dak had like higher EPA, higher quarterback rating, and all this stuff in that game. He did throw the one pick, but apparently still had a better one. I guess he had like a decent more, like 60 something more yards than Pat. But I mean, that's about it. He did throw the pick. But anyway, really good game. Really good offensive game for both teams. Cowboys just kind of edged them out. Chiefs had some drops and
Yeah.
penalties, shooting themselves in the foot, which is great because it's usually Dallas, and it's really good to see the other teams doing that and Dallas playing some more disciplined football.
So now, as a Cowboys fan, are you thinking they make a run and they sneak in? And did they put? Is this the final nail in the coffin for the Chiefs? Are we finally going to see them out of the playoffs, or is it too early to count them out?
It's, I mean, of course, not to sound like Nick Wright, it is Patrick Mahomes, so it's too early to count them out. But I will say, it doesn't feel good. It feels like they're going to be fighting. They're going to be in it until the bitter end, but it feels like
Yeah.
they might not be doing it this year. And for Dallas, they got to get past Detroit. If they get past Detroit, then I feel like then yes, they can make the run. The way Detroit's been playing this year, though, I feel like they can. Like it's not as scary as the last few years. I feel like
Yeah.
if there's a year that they can do it, they can, because then they have the Vikings and Commanders and Giants and
Yeah, the Chargers in there, like
Chargers in
teams that are
there.
all kind of reeling. That Chargers offense doesn't look as good with Joe Alt missing and a broken hand for Justin Herbert.
Yeah, yeah, it's all, which is, it's like, you know, a double-edged sword, because I do want the Chargers to be good because they also play the Eagles. I'm honestly, what a lot of people probably aren't doing yet, I'm focusing on let's win the division. Like, the Eagles hopefully have one of these 2023 collapses, and the Cowboys can just take advantage of that and win out. And that's all they got to do. Win out. They control their fate. If they win out, they're getting in. Someone's got to lose. Like the Seahawks and Niners got to play each other. Like, people got to lose. Bears and Packers play each other twice. If there's a sweep there, just win out and you'll get in. So I think it's possible, but I'm not getting ahead of myself. Joe, Turkey Day was good. Good football, good food, of course. Totally agree. I also had lots of good food, good football. And Mike, our fearless leader, what's going on, Mike?
What's up,
Happy to be
Grindberg?
here tonight. um, let's see. Then so the big one, Bengals and Ravens. Crazy, right? Yeah, a blowout on the side of the Bengals. Really crazy. What's something that you think is going on with the Bengals now?
Man, they got Joe Burrow back. I don't know if they got a little bit of swag having Flacco there. That defense seems like it's just done a complete 180 and looks like they can stop anybody now. I don't
Yeah,
understand what the changes there. I haven't heard any defensive coordinator changes, player personnel changes. Just something for them has clicked. But again,
I
sitting at a
feel
4-8 record, it kind of seems like that's too far away now. Again, like another lost season.
yeah. It feels like the defense. Joe Burrow's back on the field, and they're like, "Yeah, we want to play, we want to win." It feels like him being on the field just changes the entire vibe of the team. So I think that could be part of it. They're like trying. Maybe they tried something different to see what happens, and it worked. So maybe they'll do something. They'll continue with that. And I'm like, who is the Cowboys wide receiver one? It's Lamb. It'll always be Lamb. Um, I think a lot of people get carried away with Pickens. He's great. I mean, it's literally like a wide receiver 1A, 1A. They're kind of both just wide receiver one, but it's still Lamb. I think without Lamb there, Pickens doesn't have like the consistent success. He did have good games when Lamb was missing, but I think that changes a lot. That makes a huge difference. And when it comes down to brass tacks, like Lamb, people talk about the drops. It was in 2 games. It was just the 2 Eagles games. He didn't have those drops against the Chiefs. Like Dak threw the bad pass to him that was picked. So yeah, it's Lamb. Lamb still has like the best overall skill set. Do you
I'm not
agree?
gonna. I'm not gonna disagree with you there
Yeah,
at
yeah.
all. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, and I think, people are just getting crazy, understandably, because of Pickens playing really awesome. But you know what it is? A lot of it is shoddy in the system. use Pickens to his advantages. He's insanely good at the slant. What he does, I actually watched a breakdown a few days ago of it. Like what he does to running slants, he does so well, and part of it's because of his deep ball threat. There's a lot of stuff that goes
Yep.
into that. We could talk all night about it, but yeah, that's still Lamb in my opinion. Flournoy could be Flournoy. Yeah, Flournoy's Flournoy's that guy. Flournoy he's awesome. He makes like just clutch catches when he needs like those third downs. He makes really clutch catches. Love that out of him. But yes, Bengals. Lamar Jackson. What's going on with Lamar, man?
Injuries, and I think he lacks confidence right now.
Mm,
I just think we're not seeing the mobility, or when he scrambles, he was able to make big plays before, whether it's Zay Flowers or Mark Andrews isn't quite open.
mm,
It just seems like he's not grabbing a gear and making something out of nothing that we're so accustomed to him doing in the past.
mm. Yeah, I think he's not good. I don't think the injury is healed. It's enough to get on the field, and I think that's because if you like, he's not running the same. He's not
Yeah.
running like the same way. Like the running plays with the balls in his hands isn't the same. So I think that's got a lot to do with it. They've been struggling. They needed to get him back on the field, so they got him on. I mean, they're winning most of their games,
Yep.
but
Yeah,
it's not through him.
they're winning the division right now. Like, would
Mhm.
you think if they were in the Bengals shoes, were there 4-8, Lamar would be sitting right now? Do you
He
think they
might
would be
be.
a more cautious approach? That's what I think. Because first it was a hamstring, and then it was a toe, and it seems like there's always something else popping up with Lamar right now.
Yeah, and they were only 1-5, so they were able to like they can get him on the field. They still have a chance to turn
Yeah.
the season around. 4-8, it's getting sketchy. I mean, they're playing Joe Burrow, and there's people who think maybe they shouldn't. But if they win out too, you never know. This division, they're 2 games. They're 4-8. They're 2 games behind the lead of the division. They could win out and take a chance at it.
Yeah, I saw a tweet the other night. I think it was by Scott Connor, breaking down how the Bengals can make the playoffs, and it's
It's a lot.
it's win, and you need a lot of help. But
Mhm.
it was interesting to see that breakdown. That seemed like a lot of work.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the Ravens could lose. They have some tough matchups to come, and I know one of them is the Eagles. So, hoping that the Ravens win that game. I need the Ravens. I need the Eagles to just lose, keep losing. Oh, I hate them. Um, and how do you think George handles? Oh yeah, getting tagged. Um, it depends. I think it depends on what happens this year with Dallas. If they make a deep run, I think he'll be happy to stay and then and maybe figure it out. Um, when they got Pickens, they should have just like they knew what they had in him. They should have just signed him.
Yeah.
And built a contract before he got expensive. But it's the Dallas Jerry Jones way. They're gonna drag it out. But I'd rather him get tagged and let's try it again next year too. Like whatever they got to do to keep him on the field, I do want him there. He's the exact player when they got him. Like that's who I want playing for the team. He's a dog, and there's no like dog mentality that Dallas has had for a long time, and they need a guy like that, and that's George Pickens. And he's also insanely cerebral. These interviews of how he's like looked into the geometry of how the football is thrown and the trajectory and like all the stuff on how to catch those crazy deep balls. That's nuts, man. He's using words I don't know. He's really smart.
Yeah, I think as much for him getting tagged, you're right. Like this Dallas Cowboys environment seems like it's really beneficial for both parties. So if he is tagged, we might see a few things on social media, some
Mhm.
sound bites here and there, but it's going to be more palatable for him, and hopefully there's a long-term contract in sight.
Yeah, yeah, and him and Lamb are like super. They're like insanely tight, going to the casino together. So, like they're boys. They want to be together, and I think that means something. So I do think if he gets tagged and it's with the intent to figure something out, then he'll be all right with it. I mean, people. I know they don't love to be tagged because they want something long term with like guaranteed longer term money, but it's good money. I mean,
Yep.
you make some damn good money when you're tagged for that year. So I don't see why. I think he'll be okay. Um, Bears and Eagles. Speaking of teams I hate, Eagles. They lost beautifully to the Bears on Friday.
Mhm.
Do you think that the Bears are fluky and possibly fraud alert, or do you think they might actually be the team to beat in the NFC?
I still think there's some fraud alert there. Caleb Williams, he seems like he always answers the bell, but he's kind of like the NFC version of Bo Nix, where he tries to make the big play and he gets fluky on a bit of it.
Mm-hmm.
But for the Bears, like the run game looks good. Like
Mm-hmm.
Monunga and Swift both put up big numbers against the Eagles. The defense is looking good. Like it's hard not to respect them that right now they're the number one seed in the NFC, or they're same record as the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah,
hard not to say they're for real at this point.
yeah. The run game is really working awesome, and their
Yeah.
defense is good. Before, I don't remember if it was on a show or if it was a post or something. I had mentioned that the Bears defense is a team to keep is something to keep an eye on because they have a lot of like young players and they added some pieces and it's a very solid group. They just needed to kind of get it all together, and it looks like as the season's gone on, they definitely have, and they're starting to play like very well, very well. They even had a couple early games that they played well. So, um, yeah, I think they're a little fluky. We'll find out against the Packers. Um, how they look, but if they beat the Packers in Lambeau, I think they're taking the second one in Chicago later. So that's going to determine a lot for me for them. But like the Patriots, it's a team that I don't feel comfortable believing in the playoffs. It just feels like first round exits to me. Um, it's more likely.
Yeah, a little bit more of sharpening their teeth, learning how older teams succeed when the game's on the line,
Mm-hmm.
and there might be some growing pains. But right now, yeah, the Bears, the Broncos, the Patriots, like you said, they're all teams on the rise with young players that are looking to gel and continue success.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. How about on the other side, the Eagles? Jalen Hurts, 19 for 34, 230 yards, 2 touchdowns, pick. Saquon, what is going on with him? Jeez, man.
He just cannot bust an explosive run like he did last year.
No.
It's just not happening.
It's teams are just planning for it. Take him out, make Jalen Hurts throw. I know people hate to hear it. Like, people argue it, especially Eagles fans, but making Jalen Hurts have to throw the ball isn't going to win you as many games as Saquon Barkley. And I said in the beginning of the year, back when all of this happened, all of the changes on their defense, it's not going to be the same defense. It'll still be plenty good, but it's just not going to be the same. And now it looks like it's something's going on. It's really falling apart. These last few weeks. So AJ Brown's happy though, huh?
Yeah, that's right. He got his.
Yeah.
I mean, he always wants to say it's team success, but
Yeah.
I haven't seen any tweets from him or any
Cryptic
locker room
stuff.
chatter. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not out there busting out the book on the sideline. He's
Mhm.
getting his, so he's happy.
At least he's happy. Yeah. AJ Brown's having good football and they're losing. So hey man, listen, they did what he wanted. All right. But AJ Brown has played very well. I called him to have a good game. He was my smash play of the week against Dallas. He's the squeaky wheel's eventually gonna get the oil, and he was going to. And he's a good player. It's not like he's bad. It's just the way things have been going this year. And I was a little low on him this season because of a lot of different things. But yeah, I didn't expect it to be that low at all. But he's playing better now. Kind of a I almost forgot this game happened. The Dolphins and Saints.
Mhm.
um yeah, Tyler Shuck looks nice. Anything you can take away from this game?
A chain, man. Like we
Yeah.
always hear about Gibbs and we always hear about Bijan and CMC, but A chain's gonna be up there. Like
Yeah.
he's averaging more points a game than Bijan and Gibbs. Like he is what Miami
Mhm.
needs to win. And now they're on a 3-game winning streak. He didn't catch a pass for the first time this season, but it didn't matter. He put up 134 yards on the ground. I don't know if you watched that game. Busted
Okay, a little.
outside for so like he had one really nice run. I think it was his 29-yard run,
Mhm.
got to the outside. Nobody's catching him once he gets there. Once he gets on the
Yeah.
sidelines, beautiful run. Darren Waller, off the IR and right back into action.
Mm-hmm.
2
catches.
receptions.
Yeah, hey, that's something. It's Darren Waller. Who expected him to play this year?
Yep.
Devon Vele,
Yeah.
8 catches, 93 yards, a touchdown, leading the Saints. That was pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Devin Neal disappointed. I really liked him coming out of college and was super bummed that he went to where he's behind 2 running backs, Kamara and then Kendrick Miller, who's another guy I really love. And then also Kendrick Miller was getting work this year, then got hurt. I was finally like, yes, my like true thing is finally coming to fruition with Kendrick Miller, and he goes on the IR. And then Devin Neal was definitely disappointing. I was expecting a bit more against that Miami defense.
Yeah, same here. That's one Miami defense won that game, right? They forced a turnover to seal it because New Orleans was making a comeback in the 4th.
Yeah, I thought they might do it. Honestly, Shuck was playing pretty good. But yeah, they saved it and they got the win. And then a big game here, divisional game, the Texans and Colts.
Yes.
So looks like maybe the Texans have figured it out. I keep not picking them to win games, and they keep winning them. And I think maybe I need to pick them, which means they will lose. So pick them this next week if you're in your pools, because I will pick them. Or don't pick them. Or sorry. Yeah, don't pick them, because that means they'll lose when I pick them. So, yeah. But CJ Stroud had a whatever day. It's really the defense has been doing just insane work for Houston this year. Nico was fine. Nothing super special. Woody Marks so I saw something. He's gone out for injury 11 straight weeks. I think it's like a record.
I don't know if that's if that's a fact or fiction, or if he's just checking into the blue tent. I don't know what's going on. I wrote about CJ Stroud, seeing if he could pick up where Davis Mills left off. It was a so-so game from CJ Stroud. Didn't throw any touchdowns, 276 yards. The offense looked okay. But again, defense did its job. Wasn't as flashy as they were against Josh Allen and the Bills, but they held JT to, for him, disappointing standards. He only got 85 yards.
Yeah, it was definitely disappointing standards. I mean, he's good for like 30 a week. In the last 2 weeks, he's been disappointing for his standards, especially. So, who knows? Maybe he's getting a little tired, and he's just begging for some help out there on the offense. I mean, Daniel Jones played a fine game, 200 yards, 2 touchdowns. It's not like he was terrible on a broken leg, just about. And Alec Pierce, he's insane. I sit him, start him, does nothing, then sit him again, and just has a good game again, and like, oh, he's driving me nuts.
Yeah, he's still, like, for me, if I'm in 12 teams, deeper leagues where it's start 11, start 12, he's going in a flex spot. Anything smaller than that, he can stay on my bench. He's a nice piece, but it's unfortunately too boomer bust right now to always start him.
It is, and I held off because I just because the setup of my roster, I held off, and then finally the week before this one last week, I was like, I'm gonna put him in. I don't care. Like, he should be fine, and it's like 3 points. Like, oh my god. And so so it was Wan'Dale Robinson and Alec. So I go, all right, I'll pull out Wan'Dale because he's been and I'll put Alec Pearson because he's been great. And Wan'Dale Robinson goes nuclear, and Alec Pierce puts 3 points up. So that's been the story of my fantasy season this year. In my main league, I have the most points against, and it's by a massive margin. By like 200 points is the next closest person. And I'm in like the top 5 for scoring. So it's really terrible luck for me. And I think this week's I'm not making the playoffs. So yeah, it's been real tough out here. But enough about me. We'll go on to any major takeaways from that game? Do you feel?
That was just kind of a statement game for me. Like, the Colts have kind of cooled off, where JT kind of looks like he's falling back to earth. The Texans seems like they've got it together with forming around that defense. That's a big thing. Like, I think it just showed that the Texans are for real in that divisional game, taking out the Colts like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Excuse me. Yeah, and then another game that was sort of forgot they were playing is the Jets and Falcons.
Hmm.
Shockingly, the Jets won the game too. Off of their special teams are like might be the best in the league. You know,
I hear you.
I think they've won them 2 games now. And Adonai Mitchell decided like I'm gonna figure out how to catch a ball, and he
Yep.
had a good game. I'm seeing people get a little crazy and saying he broke out and he's a big buy right now, mainly in Dynasty. Uh, I'd sell him. I think if
Okay.
someone's willing to pay a good price for him, I'd probably sell him. I don't think I'm holding on to Donnie Mitchell.
I'm gonna be like that too. I was pretty high on him. It would have been 2 seasons ago drafting him. Like I had quite a few shares, but again, like you said, Garrett Wilson isn't here. Terod
Mm-hmm.
Taylor probably isn't the starter next year.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what's going to happen. We knew coming out of college that there were kind of mental lapses or maturity issues. The skill is there, but if he can put it on the field every week, maybe there's a player there. But I'm with you. If somebody's going to go and offer me a second or, you know, a third and a player that's kind of in the same bucket with that, I'm probably going to tear off. I think you're right on a sell high.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm not big on like as soon as a player's good, sell him. I try to convince people to not do that because you want good players on your team. You don't want to be going through the same cycle of rebuilding. But Adonai Mitchell's someone that I would probably be okay with doing it. Garrett Wilson's gonna come back, and I wish he wouldn't. I wish he'd go somewhere where he fits. And I mean, look at Pickens. Like, go somewhere where the scheme works for you, and look what happens. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, like you said, Terod Taylor's not gonna be the guy there. So we'll see what happens, I guess. But I don't trust him moving forward. Brees Hall doing Brees Hall stuff, pretty normal for him.
Yep.
Decent yards, got a touchdown.
Yep.
Bijan Robinson,
Man.
yeah,
He does everything. He tries to will that Falcons team to a win every single week, gets
hmm
vultured from Algier. They
hmm
don't have Drake London right now. It's just like when are we going to stop capping Bijan? When
yeah,
is Raheem Morris just going to let him loose?
yeah,
And this team's in trouble. We thought it was a defense that was going to look good coming into the
hmm
season, and it's just totally Jekyll and Hyde. Where one week they look all right, the next week they're just awful.
hmm
Kirk Cousins again. I didn't watch much of this game. I was kind of busy
me
on
either.
Sunday, but
hmm
looking at the stat line, like Kirk Cousins doesn't look like he was the typical hot garbage that he has been.
Yeah, I mean, he was fine. It wasn't like he was amazing, but 21 for 33, 234 yards, touchdown. I mean, he wasn't the reason they lost by any means.
Yep, clean game.
Yeah, it's just a good, clean game. Bajan gets 142 yards on the score. I Algier, Algier's gonna be there. Algier,
Yep.
honestly, they drafted Bijan shockingly to me because I was under the assumption that Algier could be your starter, man. Algier
Hmm.
is good enough to be a starting running back, and um, Raheem, he wants him on the field. They want to play him, and by all means, it's fair enough. It's kind of like Gibbs Montgomery, it's he's gonna have a role on that offense, so that's just something that's gonna be a thing. It's going to unfortunately cap Bashan's
Yep.
actual ceiling, but I mean, still 142 yards rushing and a touchdown. I mean, gee, he'll be fine. I mean, he also gets like 6 catches a game. It's okay. You guys, you can't have your cake and eat it too all
I
the time.
know we gotta quit
Yeah.
being we gotta quit being greedy.
Yeah, hey, listen, he'll score almost 30. I'm sorry, it's not 50 every game. Um, and will Kyle Pitts ever break out?
Kyle Pitts is gonna break out on a different team.
Yeah, yeah,
That's what's gonna happen. Like
yeah.
7 catches, 82 yards. Like, yeah,
That's a good game
he's
for a tight
filling in
end.
right now while London is
Yeah,
gone.
yeah,
I think he's had to work on those mental lapses where he's got to compete on his routes. He's got to have stronger hands, and it looks like it's coming to form, but it's not a consistent effort week in week out yet.
yeah, yeah. I've been the guy. I'm the negative Nancy. I've been the guy that everyone keeps. Oh, Kyle Pitts this year. Like, and I'm like, yeah, talk to me when it happens. I don't believe it yet, and I keep going back at the end of every year. So where was the breakout? And
Oh,
unfortunately, it probably will be with a different team. If he goes somewhere, I think that needs a tight end, and like, let's say he goes to L.A. He ends up on the
mhm.
Rams. Like, yeah, now give me all the stock of Kyle Pitts. But for right now on Atlanta, it's just too streaky.
Yep.
I don't like his situation there. This one we can kind of just do real quick. San Francisco and the Browns, 26-8. Shador played a safe game, nothing real terrible.
Yep.
Judkins had a decent game. And of course McCaffrey. He's always scoring points. His rushing line looks not good, but he catches the ball so much and scores touchdowns and it keeps him in there, you know. Um, yeah, and I love Purdy being back. Um,
Yep.
and getting Kittle. Kittle's been so much better with Purdy on the field.
Yep.
So like that.
And like
Anything else?
Mac Jones filled in great for that team, but yeah, there's just something with Brock that the team just has a certain swagger to it. They look like they have more flow. Like you said, Kittle's in there. Juwan Jennings, CMC as usual. Ricky Pearsall is really lagging after coming back from injury. Do you think he gets going? Because I think that was a guy that was another really hyped up player this offseason.
I think so. I think maybe it's just the injury. It might be just kind of nagging at him, and it's slowing him down for now. But I think at the the big playoff push, he starts to get back into it. I think he's just trying to get back on his feet again. Because he was playing great for a little while there. And I don't think that was a fluke by any means. So I think he'll be okay. And the big shocker here, the Rams and Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, everyone's like Panthers or Rams are the best team in the league, which everything happens. Stuff just happens. I don't think that the Rams are not a good team because of this. Carolina's got 7 wins. It's not like they're a bad team. Um,
Yep.
what do you think? What did you think of this game?
Did Chuba get his job back?
I mean, it could have. Yeah. I think he
Yeah.
definitely earned more work again.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Definitely looks better coming back from the injury. I think they were more cautious with that. Not to take anything away from Rico, he's awesome. I think
Yeah.
if he doesn't re-sign with the Panthers, he's going to go to another team and be a starter there. He's proven enough this year. Bryce Young, 206 yards, 3 touchdowns, connected with Coker and McMillan.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
The defense played really well. 2
Yeah.
picks against Stafford he hasn't thrown a pick in like 10 weeks.
Yeah,
like it's 28 straight touchdowns. It was a record, 28 touchdowns without an interception. The very next pass he throws a pick. So that was interesting. The universe was like, no, that's enough. Blake Corum.
Yes.
Blake Corum. 7 carries, 81 yards, and a touchdown. Maybe I really, really liked him. Now he stayed an extra year for the NIL nonsense that I'm not super into, but stayed the extra year. When he was coming out originally, I was way into him and thought he'd be really great, and still believed in him after his last year. But maybe they've decided it's time to start really featuring both of them instead of mostly Kyron.
Okay, you're feeding the hype tonight. I got it.
Feed the hype.
Because it was always okay. Kyron's a sell. Kyron's never going to be the guy. McVay's going to use him like every other running back, and he's going to toss him to the side. He has that contract, so I thought, okay, cool. Kyron's got to be a buy now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now they're slowly starting to add in Corum. Is this going to be to save Kyron for playoffs, or is Corum actually have a piece in this offense and proves that he belongs?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think so. Do you?
Corum wasn't somebody that I was really super high on coming out of Michigan. Like his stats just looked like, JJ McCarthy never threw the ball unless they absolutely needed to move the chains. His yard per carry went down. It just looked like it was a lot of volume, but he couldn't do anything with it. And I thought he was pretty much a dead asset going to the Rams because they had Kyron.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he he felt pro ready, I think, to me.
Okay.
Just how he sees the field and stuff. I think he just had some bad, like, unfortunate luck. I go through grueling work in the off season, looking at every play of every draft classes, like the upcoming draft classes running backs, on the top like 10 to 15 players, rank the top. What's the site called? I can't think of the word right now. The site that it's on, but it has like these. They go through and they have like, why can't I think of it? But they have the players all rated, all like of every draft class. They have them rated on all of their skills and all of this stuff. And I go through them and I pick a couple of mine that I really like, and I go through all that, and it's a ton of work. And just what I saw from him, I really liked. So, yeah. But it has outliers. Like I didn't love Achan coming out of college, but not great. And I didn't love Omarion Hampton, and it looked right for a while, but it looks like he might be okay. So, yeah. But Cam Scottaboo is someone that I really loved because of that, and yeah, I'm taking my victory lap on that one.
As you should. He'll be back next
Yeah.
year, and he'll be feeding the swag and the aura, whatever you want to call it, for the Giants. They're going to be a scary team with
They are.
with Neighbors, Scottaboo, Dart. Team
And
looks
the
good.
defense.
Yep, defense. PPR scam. Wandale Robinson.
Yeah, right.
They have some
Right.
pieces.
Yeah, they really they do. I think that they could be a real thorn in the NFC East side next year, once everyone's healthy and they have a full off season with the Dart system instead of Russell Wilson. Um, yeah. The another quick one, I guess we could do the Jags and Titans. It's sort of the same old, same old. The Titans, not a lot to speak of on their end. I still believe in Cam Ward. I think he'll be fine. He just needs to get some help or just get off that team. Jags looking fine. Lawrence had a solid game. It's just the Titans. ETN though, really quiet game, surprisingly. 12 carries, 28 yards. Odd way for that. But Jacoby Myers looks like he's getting involved.
He looked really comfortable on a couple of those plays. Trevor Lawrence did miraculously get past his first read and scrambled a little bit where he found Jacoby Myers for a big play. So that was nice to see. I think Myers is just a great veteran presence for this Jaguars team.
Yeah, he is. They need it with, I don't know what's going on with BTJ. I think if there's people that I hear that are just feeling like his rookie season was fluky and that he's not the guy. I don't think that's the case. I think it's just a weird year. He's been dealing with some injuries throughout the whole season, and I didn't know this, but I think a little before the season, his best friend killed himself.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot, like, people don't understand how mental this game is, and I definitely feel like that's got something to do with it. So, he's Brian Thomas. He was my guy in the class last year, so he's got a pass for the season. It's fine. We'll see if it comes back next year. He can clean it up and could go back to his rookie year. Way.
I think so. And I mean, he hasn't, he hasn't been playing football for that long of a time. He started in I think it was high school, and then he comes to LSU, and maybe he isn't all the factors that you just talked about, the injuries, his friends, death. We had talked that Biggs and Grindberg brought that up. It's a big issue, and I don't think he maybe mentally was prepared to be the big alpha, the coming out party in his rookie season. There was questions about the new GM and coach coming in and drafting Travis Hunter. We'll see. I think you're right. I think this has to be a pass. And in that third season, Brian Thomas Jr. is going to be just fine.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be, this is how it's going to be. I feel like he's going to turn it around for sure. Just saw this. So I lost my game off Drake Mays and Neal, and now I'm out of the play. Man, that is brutal. They need to not count on Neal. I mean, I get it, but they need to not count on Neal as like a stat. It shouldn't count as something. It's just, well, I get it. You're the play is you kneeling a yard behind the field or behind the line. So that's so brutal.
I saw this and I had to look in my one home league because it was a tight match, and I lost
Mm.
by 0.74.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Oh
I needed
no!
Jackson Dart to make one more completion.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh no,
A lot
that's
of
all right.
this is that time of year right now. A lot of the wins and losses are brutal
Yeah.
or just amazing, and yeah, losses are really brutal right now.
Yeah, the fantasy managers are definitely, watching every game that they can, whether it's Red Zone or YouTube
Yeah,
TV. They're, sitting
yeah.
there refreshing Sleeper. It is life and death
Hmm.
for us degenerates.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of phones, TVs, and monitors that are feeling unsafe in their homes right now around this time of year because things are getting a little sketchy. you know,
Yeah,
a lot of dads that are upset. It's a very toughy time of year for everybody.
yeah,
But that sucks, man. I'm sorry that it went out that way. That's horrendous. That's
that is
such a
tough.
sucky way to lose, man.
Yeah.
I wish they
Plus,
would stop counting nails.
plus side is you have Drake May if this is Dynasty.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If this is Dynasty, you have Drake May. That's a plus, right? I mean, there's that. um, I just took first in the 80K mini max. That's awesome. Damn, that's
Hell
cool.
yeah, man.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully you can keep. Hopefully you can. Yeah, that's awesome. like, I don't say I wish I could take first in the 80K mini max. What the heck? That's cool, man. Congrats on that. That's awesome, dude. Hopefully the FSAN people have helped you out with that. But welcome to the show. Thank you for the comments, and thank you for everyone who's talked. I've totally forgot to. Sorry, I've been not mannerly. Thanks for the messages in here, man. Thanks for the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or geez, Arizona Cardinals, Tampa Bay Bucks. The super shouldn't have been as close as it was game for the Bucks.
Hmm.
Um, they started so strong this year, and things have gone for them. So
Yep.
what the heck? People are saying that Dallas has to root for Tampa to not play well. That doesn't matter to me. That whole division's not good. It doesn't matter to Dallas. Dallas can't take the NFC South. So
Yep.
no, I will not go against my boy Baker. yeah. I want them to play well. So yeah, anyway, any major takeaways you feel off of this game?
Man, Bucky was back. He looked all right. Got a
Yeah.
score, 61 yards. We're just happy to see him back on the field, not get re-injured. It seems like that's kind of been a common theme for the Buccaneers.
Yeah, very much.
That Baker gritting one out this game, 18 to 28, 194 yards and a touchdown, a couple rushes. Chris Godwin, I saw a couple of his plays, looked good. Wasn't
Yeah.
he was very, very strong on contested catches. He wasn't shying away from contact. So that looked good. I think he's going to be a nice piece that you're going to be able to start moving forward.
Yeah. Yeah, Buka is it's just rookie year. It's just rookie stuff. I think he's streaky, and I know he did have a hamstring earlier in the year, and there could be some stuff coming from that. But if anyone's concerned, you shouldn't be.
Yep.
It's about to be his team, so you really don't have to worry about him.
Yeah, touchdowns have dried up, so I think people are starting to panic a little bit on that. But like you said, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, it's a team that's eventually aging out. And Ibuka came in pro ready. He showed what he can do with Baker. I think everything is going to be just fine there.
Yeah, the whole coaching staff has gone on about how he's no rookie. he's like he came in like he feels like a pro who's been playing for a few years. So, and that's great. He is a rookie though, so there is going to be some growing pains. But I think that there's no concerns. The touchdowns were really hot and heavy, really fast at the beginning of the year. Some defenses are adjusting. They'll figure it out, and he'll be fine next year.
Dude, Jacoby Brissett,
Jacoby the brisket, yeah,
like it's game script. The Cardinals don't have a run game. They had Bam Knight, they have Michael Carter,
yeah,
so Jacoby's got
yeah.
to throw it. He has completely unlocked Trey McBride to be the tight end one. It's
Yeah.
unreal. Marvin Harrison Jr. came back 6 for 69. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's throwing for 40 a week, you know? He's
Yep.
throwing 40 passes a week. And he's landing them. He's playing
Yep.
good games. I grabbed him somewhere in a league, in a super flex, and he's been really awesome, man. He's been helping me make a comeback in that league. So, yeah, and Trey McBride, I got a decent amount of him this year, and it's been really awesome. I'm pretty excited for that.
Man, Jacoby, the only thing I wish I did a little bit more homework. I started trading him on a couple of my rebuilders because I need to shed those points, but it's like, okay, he had the one big game where he set the NFL completion record.
Yeah.
It's time to move him. I know that Kyler isn't coming back, whether it's a soft benching in this injury. And if he does, like, I don't think Kyler is going to be a thing the rest of the year. This is Brissett's team, but I wish I asked for more. Like, I went and traded him. People are like, I'll give you a fourth. It's like, nah, give me, you know what? Give me a contender's third. I'm going to take him. I'm going to shed those points. But the way he's going, it's like, man, I should have tried to get 2/3. I should have added a third to get a second, like something. Like, he is helping these guys win their money. And I was more worried about shedding points. So that's a process that I need to look at a little bit more and see. It's like, okay, Brissett has shown in the past that he's done something. I definitely sold low and I regret some of that.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's some of the risk in the fantasy trades. In fact, I just got one in a dynasty. I mean, so I just literally I got a notification that I received a trade offer. So I'm looking at it. It's dynasty, superflex, PPR, you know, tight end premium, 12 team. I was offered JJ McCarthy and Cam Scadaboo for Baker Mayfield and Bucky Irving. I don't think I'm doing that. I gotta be honest, because JJ McCarthy is I'm just punting my quarterback away, and if it wasn't for that, like, Cam Scadaboo's great. I would do that if he gives me a better offer somewhere else. Can't do that though. So
that's like, at this point, free Baker. You know, take what you want with JJ McCarthy. I had sold him earlier, or I guess last week. Now I sold him for a 27 first. That, you know, it's probably projected somewhere in between the 107 to the 112. But it's like, I'm good. I got Herbert. I got Bryce Young. I'm not going to sit here and watch this sink anymore. I have a few more shares. So it's like, let's spread it out and get rid of some of the volatility. But that one, I think I'm not trading Bucky for Scadaboo and JJ McCarthy at that point.
No, I'm not doing that. Another one here, Seattle, Minnesota. Brosmer is not the answer. They saw that and were like, no, let's go ahead and put JJ back in. We're good.
Did you see the pick six he threw?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was terrible. I have Seattle's defense, and it's been really great. Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah. What would they get? And I think that's 32 points from them. Like,
so it's close in standard. I have that boost. It's my boosted defensive league. So, like, picks are 3 instead of 2, sacks are 2 instead of 3, and then, like, some of the scoring doesn't hurt you as much, and it's little tweaks. So I got 40. I got 40 points off Seattle's defense.
Man.
So that was pretty cool.
So sticking with Brosmer before we move over to the Seattle side, like, Brosmer's performance is going to be like all the copium that JJ McCarthy fans need, right?
Yeah.
Like, all of a sudden his concussion symptoms are gone. He passed protocol.
Yeah.
He's back. He's coming in for week 14. Like, this was good, because if Brosmer came in and looked like even Carson Wentz-esque, that was that was no good, right?
Yeah, but you can't have Justin Jefferson with no catches. That's just
2 receptions for 4 yards. Like, you can't. You saw it on the sideline. Like, you know, Jefferson's been the consummate pro. He's sitting there. He's saying the right things, defending these quarterbacks, but man, like, where we drafted him, whether it's dynasty, it's redraft, like, what you paid to get him, it's equivalent to 3 first value. Like, that's just pain, man. Like, Jefferson is a guy that, you know, owners shouldn't be panicking. He's obviously a hold right now, but I'm knocking on doors for some people that are competitors and have JJ. Like, if I can go and trade pieces that might give them some points to win some cash, I'm seriously trying to trade for JJ.
Yeah. If people are panicking, I would do it too. And on the Seattle side, not much to speak of there. It's the defense did all the work, so it was a bunch of field goals, because the Minnesota's defense is still all right. So the offense couldn't move a ton, and they didn't have to. Sharby had the touchdown, and the pick six happened, and it was a bunch of field goals outside of that. So just one of those games, man.
Yeah, it was one that, you know, like, JSN 4 points for in full PPR. Like, That's killer. I
Yeah.
have so much GSN. I kind of bet the farm on him. That was my guy coming
Yeah.
out. That
Yeah.
it's not like he was a sleeper or anything, but it's like his first rookie season with Shane Waldron and the Seahawks. It's like, please, like just hold him, go buy him if you can. If
Hmm.
people think he's a dud, and it's like, no, the seasons that he's had, and he goes and drops that. I
Yeah.
blame him this week for a couple of the L's that I took.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
needed the 20 plus points that we were accustomed to this season.
Right. Yeah, I totally agree, man. That was a weird one for him, but it was just the way the game fell. It just that
Yeah.
happens once in a while, and it sucks. But yeah, he had like no catches at all in the first half. Him and Jefferson,
Yeah.
so crazy, crazy to see that. All right, moving along here. We got about 10 minutes. So, Buffalo and Pittsburgh. Josh Allen had, you know, a game. James Cook had a decent game. Had actually a pretty good game, of course. And yeah, anything that you can take away from this one?
Uh, Josh Allen is a dirty player that now needs, respected defensive linemen in the guts.
Oh yeah, yeah,
It can't like don't piss
yeah,
off Cam Hayward, but it's like, dude, don't piss off Josh Allen because he is gonna get a rushing touchdown on you.
yeah,
Uh, have we ever heard anything about this from Josh Allen being the type of dirty player? Like he probably talks some
yeah,
shit like everybody else does on the field, but
yeah,
come on.
yeah. Josh Allen, yeah, he's
Where
not.
where's Joe? I hope he's still in the chat and he can say something about this, defending
Yeah,
his boy.
right, right. Yeah, Josh
But
isn't that kind of dude. I don't. Yeah,
no. But yeah, like James Cook, 32 carries, 144 on the ground. That was what the most that the Pittsburgh Steelers defense have
hmm
given up in I can't even remember the
a
stat,
long
but it's
time.
it's
Yeah,
been forever, right?
yeah,
Like big game, didn't find pay dirt, but still put up points for you on your matchups.
yeah, yeah. They don't do that very often at all. So definitely a different approach for that offense too. It worked a lot.
Yep.
And yeah, the freaking Pittsburgh's offense was really stale. Not much to speak of on their half. Um, Chargers and Raiders. Geno Smith was all right. 2 touchdowns, 165 yards, a pick. Genty again kind of stifled. Brock Bowers had the insane one-handed
Oh,
touchdown. That was crazy, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Already calling it incomplete, and it's like, no,
No, it
he
isn't.
grabbed it, man. Like he
Yeah,
got that.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's probably one of only a handful of players in the NFL that can make that catch. That was
Hmm.
the way he contorted and caught that maybe 3 inches off the ground and
Yeah,
secured it. Like
yeah.
just elite plays.
Yep.
Uh, big news for me in all this game is big game from Kamani Vidal, but Justin Herbert breaking his hand.
I know. Yeah, Justin Herbert dealing with that injury. It could possibly miss time. It's probably at least a week. I mean, they'll probably give him a little bit of a break, but yeah, could miss some time. And I think a big story could be Vidal. He's showing that he's worth playing, and that could eat into Hampton a little bit. I don't think it's something to get real crazy about, but I do think that will be one of those thorn in the sides of Hampton.
Yep.
Um,
And
within
and
the field.
I think that gives him the availability, knowing that Vidal can be the option that he has been, where you can kind of monitor Hampton snap shares and get him ready, and
Yeah,
sitting second in the AFC, like
yeah,
they're probably making the playoffs. They have a pretty tough schedule. It's Eagles, it's Chiefs, it's Dallas,
yeah.
Houston, Denver. Like that does not
That's
like that.
tough.
That's a tough schedule,
Yeah.
right? So when you're missing Joe Alt, like they're gonna have to try to find something to keep Herbert upright, get that
Mhm.
passing game going. Like it's gonna be tough sledding for them.
Yeah, yeah, it'll be a lot of Vidal and Hampton if they can make it work, and some McConkey. And then talk about big catches, man. How about Washington and Traylon Burks with okay? So people were it's an insane catch. People were saying it could be better than OBJ's. I don't know about that, just because of the level of difficulty from the pass. OBJ's catch was like a 40-plus yard bomb.
Yeah.
So I think that ball's coming in a lot hotter. And he was like PI'd, they yanked on him and he had to like grab it from
Yeah.
behind his head.
Fingertips. Yeah.
But I mean, it was close. Like it's definitely, it's in the like realm, but it's just not. OBJ's is still better. But that was really cool. It's good to see that maybe Treylon Burks gets a revival. He's made a couple of like really great plays like this. So
Makes a play, and he didn't get injured. Like it seems
yeah,
like whenever he
yeah,
makes a massive play like that, he
yeah.
gets injured. Because what was it? 2 years ago, he made a huge catch through the middle and got knocked out in the end zone. I think that was against
Yeah,
the Eagles. And,
I think it was. It was an insane catch. Held onto the ball, an
yeah,
insane catch. Threaded the knee and got lit up. Yeah,
yeah, just
yeah,
still like the Broncos are my team, but I just every single week is stressful.
yeah.
The Commanders, you think it's a team that okay, we're gonna go out. We have the defense that we do.
Mm-hmm.
We got to show that we are an elite team, and this is always a trap game. It's always
Mm-hmm.
they wait until the fourth quarter, they hang around, they don't have that knockout punch. The run game didn't really do anything for them.
Yeah,
The defense looked good, but it sure seemed like Mariota and Washington just had a plan. Let's attack Riley Moss. It seemed like
mm-hmm.
we're going to stay away from Sutton or from Surtain, sorry, and we're going to
Yeah,
go after Riley Moss, where they made a few big plays and hung around in this game.
yeah, yeah. Do you feel like Denver's potentially a fraud?
Yeah.
That's a big piece of
Um,
conversation right now.
Yeah, so Bo Nix worries me where it's like
Mm-hmm.
you just have to make the easy plays. And I don't know if this is more a Nix thing. I've heard like my guy Nerd Boy has talked about it. Pete
Yeah.
Novo was talking about it in the player profiler chat. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, like he's just gotta settle down. Like he seems like he's at his ceiling, but he always tries to play hero ball when it's like, no, just take what's given to you, be simple. I don't know if these are instructions from Sean Payton or it's
Mm-hmm.
a bit of a panic mode once he's out there in the offensive line or the pocket breaks down for
Yeah.
him. I think overall this team actually misses J.K. Dobbins more than people realize.
Yeah, for sure. He was a better just like runner of the football.
Yeah.
And I think they missed that for sure. They need him there. And I agree with that. Bo Nix, it does seem like he's trying to do too much when he doesn't need to. The best quarterbacks take what the defense gives them, and he needs to do a little bit more of that. Um, let's see. Oh yeah, and I feel like they're kind of like Kansas City was last year. They just keep kind of finding ways to win these one-score games, somehow with some magic, and that could potentially be a problem when it comes playoff time. But you never know. Their defense, they have a kind of defense that can, 2015, like a defense that can get them there. They just need the offense to do something.
Yep.
Long term.
100%. Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
And then the game tonight just ended not too long ago. Drake May, of course, playing very well. It's
Yep.
not changing. People are liking him for MVP. I get it. It's weird to me. They don't deserve this yet, first of all. And living in New England, man, they don't deserve this yet. And they've played nobody. The Bills aren't the same Bills. They won that game. I mean, sure, but they did lose to the Raiders. Like they haven't played a lot of the schedules that a lot of these other teams are grinding out wins have had to. So I think the big test will be in the playoffs. Come playoff time, they're like the Bears. I see them. I wouldn't be shocked at a one and done.
Okay. Yeah. I think that's a valid concern. Stephon Diggs, like they're going to need somebody in that receiving core to step up. We saw an absolute dime from Drake May to Kyle Williams. That was a massive play to stay in and get the touchdown.
Yeah.
Ramondre Stevenson, kind of a thorn in the sign of Henderson. I turned on the TV and I saw a running back running down the sideline catching a pass. I'm like, oh, yes, okay, awesome. Henderson.
It's
Ramondre again. Like, what is going on?
I don't know. It's Vrabel just really loves him and will not let him not play, which he's got, whatever contract, nothing really huge, but he is the contracted guy. He's gave them a lot. He's done a lot for the past being on the team. He's had good years. He's earned his place there, although the fumbles earlier were a little sketchy. But he has kind of earned like his reps, so he will be a thorn in Hendo's side for right now. It's just gonna be the way it is.
And if that's a 1-2 punch coming to playoff time, the stretch that they have here is the Bills, the Ravens, the Jets, the Dolphins. It's teams that are all kind of picking it up. Like, we left the Jets. They're always the Jets. They're dysfunctional, but their special teams is there and their defense is all right.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a test, I think, like you said, to not be one and done when they make the playoffs, is to have a wide receiver, and that can be, is it going to be Hunter Henry that steps up? Is it going to be Stephon Diggs, or is it just going to be Drake May having a legacy game come playoffs, and he wills his team to a victory and gets them on a deep run?
Right. Yeah. I mean, listen, the last time they made it, the Bills slapped the shit out of them. So hopefully, and I enjoyed it. They don't deserve this yet. They need to fall. they have not suffered enough. They haven't paid enough for the 20 years of greatness. I'm not ready for this yet. They need to suffer longer. But no, they have played very good football. It doesn't matter. You're playing football. You're winning games. No games to give me. Look at the Panthers and Rams. The Giants have 2 wins. They've beat some teams. They beat the Chargers. Like it's not a fully healthy team, but they do play pretty good football. So it's a win is a win. We'll see come playoff time though. Hunter Henry's just quietly been really great this year. He was my tight end, my guy this year, so I feel pretty good about that one. Not much to say on the New York side. Dart played all right. Singletary had a pretty good game.
Yep.
Slayton had a big pass.
Singletary took that direct snap and found the end zone. That was a really nice design play there.
Yeah. Pretty one-sided game really, but a couple good plays in there for the Giants. Cool. So that's, I think, gonna wrap it up for us. We've hit the hour mark. I am like dying tired right now. It's been a great week of football though. Thanksgiving was really fun. We had the 3 games. That was really cool, really fun. They were all, I mean, the day games were all really good. The last game was solid until the end, but it was just a good week of football. They're finite. We've only got 4 fantasy football weeks and 5 regular season weeks, and then it's playoff time. Then in 2 months from now, we're gonna be begging for a 2-6 versus 2-6 Thursday night football game. So we just gotta enjoy it while it's here, and don't take it for granted. Is there any last words, any parting things, any big takes that you have before we sign off for the week?
Guys, if you're rebuilding, go and ship off those old vets that aren't going to gain any value. Try and get those points away. If you haven't locked up your 101 competitors, go and find the players that are vets that are solid, that always go and can be a great flex option for you. It doesn't always have to be the big, massive superstar like a Gibbs, like a Josh Allen. Sometimes you just have to be smart and understand what you need to fill into your flex that's going to push you over the top.
Good. That's really good. I didn't really have much prepared for that, so that was awesome. That's great advice. Definitely do that. Mine is just like stay water. I'm sort of stealing that from Jason from Footballers, but stay water. Like, there's a lot of teams I've seen a lot in the chats and the leagues and stuff of these guys that are like, man, I was 1 of 5 and I'm going to make the playoffs. Like, keep making some moves, keep paying attention, stay locked in. Like, anything can happen and anything, it can turn around. Listen to guys, like us, the FSAN channel and everything else, and just get all the little tidbits of info you can get. And, don't give up. Never give up on the season, no matter how bad it's looking. Until it's over, don't give up.
Man.
Pretty simple stuff. We appreciate everybody that came in, everyone that chatted, everyone that asked some questions. I know it was a little bit slower week. I'm sure it's punishment for my mistake last week for falling asleep and missing the show. So it's just a little karma, I can assume. But I appreciate it. We'll be back next week. We've only got a few more. December 22nd is my birthday. I won't be here for that show, but that'll be all figured out. I'm so tired, dude. I'm just droning on. All right. So thank you guys. We'll be back next Monday for last call, and have a good rest of your week. Thank you.
Peace.